For your safety and that of your coworkers,
your families, and especially your children. You're adorable,
talented, beloved children.
You must always notify 811 before you dig.
It's so simple. Even a child can do it.
Hello, 811? I'm gonna dig a big hole. But if you don't believe us, maybe you'll listen to this guy. He's a National Grid Damage Prevention Manager.
Notifying 811 before you dig isn't just a safe practice, it's the law. Unfortunately, just like kids sometimes think it's okay not to brush their teeth before bed, excavators sometimes think it's okay not to contact 811. Believe me, we've heard all the possible reasons.
Why do I need to call 811? I already know where the lines are buried around here.
Because landscaping and erosion can change the location and depth of underground lines. So even if you've dug in the area before and think you know where the lines are, you still need to notify 811.
But it's just a little tiny excavation.
Even when doing a small job like planting a shrub, you could still hit a utility line.
I don't have time to wait for 811 to mark the lines.
Tough noogies. It's the law.
But I don't want to eat my broccoli.
Sorry, kid, I think you're in the wrong video.
But what if I didn't even know I had to notify 811?
Ignorance of the law is no excuse, and it won't protect you from the consequences.
You mean like a timeout?
Oh, it's worse than that. If you don't notify 811 and you damage a utility line, you could be fined and billed for costly repairs. If you hit a gas pipeline, you could cause a leak that results in serious property damage, injuries, or even deaths. And if that happens, you could be liable for millions of dollars in financial damages, or even face criminal charges and jail time.
That's bad.
Okay, so now that we all know to call 811, why don't we tell everyone the 5 steps to safe excavation?
Step 1. Plan your job and pre-mark your dig area.
Use white paint, flags, or stakes to outline exactly where you plan to dig.
Step 2. Notify 811.
Notify the 811 center by calling 811 or by placing an online ticket request. You'll have to give specific details about your dig site, such as the address and the nearest cross street, and how big your excavation will be. The 811 center will notify underground facility owners in the immediate area, so the location of buried utility lines can be marked before you dig. This allows you to dig a safe distance away from the lines to avoid damaging them. You must call 811 or enter an online request at least 72 hours before digging in Massachusetts and Rhode Island, excluding weekends and legal holidays, and at least 2 full working days before digging in New York, excluding the day you call and weekends and legal holidays.
Step 3. Wait.
Wait the required time for utilities to locate and mark their lines. Sometimes they spray paint marks, and sometimes they use little flags. By law, you cannot dig until all utility owners have marked their lines or told you that there are no utilities present and the area is clear to dig.
Step 4. Respect the marks.
The excavator should maintain the marks, but if the paint fades out or flags are accidentally removed, stop work and contact 811 for remarking. Step 5. Now it's time to dig. But you've got to do it very, very carefully, especially around gas and electric lines.
And finally, if you will be working within 15 feet of a high-pressure natural gas transmission pipeline or other critical utility, some additional safety rules apply. Before digging, you must attend an on-site meeting and/or have contact with qualified National Grid representatives to help reduce the risk of excavation-related damage. National Grid must also be on site during the excavation. And those are the 5 steps to safe excavation. I would like to thank my young assistants. I think we can all agree that they showed us that when it comes to 811, there's no kidding around.